Hello Universe, this is Gypsy. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. This video is my Pan That Palette for the week. In this series of videos, I select a palette of the week to play with out of my extensive collection. Last week's palette was the Daisy Fuentes 12 Eyeshadow Palette in Rosy Nudes. I'll give you a look at her. Trying not to go too high because of a mirror. I enjoyed this palette. I reached into the frosts the most. I don't believe I reached into this green, gray-green right here because my Pan as Old as Time project that I'm working on, my Pan That Palette project for the year, has dark colors in it, so I tend to gravitate towards the light colors, especially for the lid. So I worked on this all week long. Ooh, there's a lot of glare. I've got a shop light. I don't have a ring light. I've got a shop light, and it's throwing a lot of shadow. But I really enjoyed this palette. I don't remember my cost off the top of my head, guys. It's in a really nice metal tin, and it does have a mirror. It came with a brush, which I've taken out and put with the brushes in my little brush jar. This week's palette that I'm going to play with, and that palette, the Daisy Fuentes, it would get dusty. You would have fallout from your brush. I'm not a brush tapper off person, so I would get a much softer brush, kind of like this angle brush, so that I don't have as much fallout and waste. I don't like the dust all over the place, and I don't blow palettes to blow away the dust. I just pick it up. That's just always the way I've been wearing it. This week's palette is the Color Spell 24 Eyeshadow Palette by Profusion. I picked this up last week. I know that I'm on a no-buy. I broke my no-buy for this because it was under $5. Our local drugstore, Fred's Drugstore, is going out of business. They weren't expensive to begin with, and then they put a clearance price on them. So I think it came out to like $3.20. And there's 24 eyeshadows in here. I've touched them, I've played with them just a little, and I did like the quality. So I want to roll this in for the palette of the week this week. We have some browns, some blues, some plum colors, some that appear to be more in the red family. These appear to be kind of some golds, and then your tan colors. So I'm going to use this along with my Pan as Old as Time project. This is a cardboard container, and it's got a plastic lid on it, so I imagine if I ever had the urge to depot this, I could. I think that they've made really good use of the space that they've got in here. I like that about it. I don't see where there would be a point in depotting this to rearrange colors or anything like that. I like the layout of it. I like how tight it is. It's not a lot of wasted space, and it was very inexpensive. So this is going to be my palette for the week to play with next week. I'll come back in a week and let you know how I liked it. This is the Daisy Fuentes that I played with all week this week. As I said, I did enjoy the frosts, didn't touch upon the mattes that much, didn't touch upon these darker browns. I did wear that one. In fact, I think I'm wearing it today. So, I enjoyed it. It blended well, had good staying power, no complaints about it whatsoever, and it's an inexpensive product, which is always in my wheelhouse. Guys, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your comments, your likes, your suggestions, and your subscriptions. Have a wonderful day. Toodaloo.